Once again, welcome back to Focus Fox Valley. Time now for our Focus on Careers with Fox Valley Technical College and an opportunity to connect with careers of promise. And today, actually connecting you to the university transfer degree programs at Fox Valley Technical College. A great option for students maybe looking to stick closer to home, perhaps for a few years, and several other reasons, of course, that Dr. Marcus Lewis is going to explain to us here today as we highlight this amazing program. Dr. Lewis is the Associate Dean of General Studies with Fox Valley Technical College. Hello to you.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Good afternoon. And we'd like to get to know our guests just a bit. This is always a fun question of how you came to be in your role at Fox Valley Tech. So I'll let you kind of take it away and explain your journey for us.
Sure. So I'm fairly new to the college, only been there a few months, been in higher ed for well over a decade. Worked in multicultural student affairs and services for a long time, and worked in a faculty role, and not new to the WTCS, been in the technical college system for a few years now, having worked for Madison College, and then having a lot of teaching experience as well. My background is as a music educator as well, so just kind of all over the map. So well suited, I think, for general studies. General studies is a good fit, and been really excited to be at the college, and there's a lot of wonderful things happening and good momentum behind these degrees especially.
Excellent. What's your day-to-day look like as Associate Dean of General Studies?
Well, it can really vary day by day, but I get to work with two dynamic teams of faculty, the social sciences faculty as well as the math faculty, and then work with the folks in the TLC, the Teaching and Learning Center, who helps our students with tutoring, and so chat with them, and our Testing and Assessment Center, and then running this degree program as well. And so a lot of good opportunities to collaborate across the college with my colleagues, and then also getting to do some fun outreach like this. So it really varies day to day.
Very cool. All right, let's better understand what you do and the university transfer degree programs. I understand it's pretty new to the college, so we'll talk about the options for our listeners. We'll get a better idea of the courses, how many credits. Fill us in a little bit.
Yeah, so these degrees are fairly new, as you mentioned. They're just about 2 years old. They started in January of 2023, but it's a really exciting opportunity for students here in the Valley. Essentially, you can do your entire gen ed sequence, 61 credits, 2 emphases, Associate of Science or Associate of Arts, depending on what it is you want to transfer to do. We have numerous transfer partners already established in the area, so like UW Oshkosh, UW Green Bay, Marion, as well as Lakeland, and then there are a few more in the hopper, including one I think we'll talk about a little bit later. But it's a really great opportunity for folks because right now, with current tuition, this entire program, depending on which one you do, is just under $10,000. So to get 60 college credits for under $10,000 right in your own backyard in a combination of in-person or online offerings, it's a really great deal for our students. It's a really great benefit to our community as well because, like you were saying, folks probably want to stay a little bit closer to home is what we're finding from like a lot of our traditional age students. But we also have, some older students who are in it too, some non-traditional students. I'm thinking in particular about this veteran who did several years in the military. And speaking with her, one of the things she was saying is, she did the service for a while and she has a small family. And she's like, but this is my time now. And I'm doing this for me. And she's like, it's my turn. So it's my time, my turn. And we're doing some events to bring them together to build some community because, when you're taking general education courses, we don't want them to just feel lost out there in the wilderness. So we have a couple faculty mentors who work with the students, one from the Associate of Arts and one for the Associate of Science. So one's from STEM and one's from Social Science. So it's a really great, we're trying to build some community. We're doing college tours as well, getting students get their boots on the ground for some of our transfer partners. We've got those scheduled for this semester. So it's new. There's a lot of exciting energy. This is our first year with the faculty mentors and doing the tours and doing the community building things. So there's a lot going on, but it's a really exciting time to be at Fox Valley Tech.
Clearly, my goodness. I love the example that you gave because I'll be honest, my first idea example is that traditional out of high school student maybe wants to stay closer to home with mom and dad or save some money. You're taking these classes already when you do go to a 4-year college. But I love the example you gave because it does go outside the box a bit.
Absolutely. And again, with the affordability and the flexibility, again, multiple modalities of offering these classes, it's a great choice for anyone. And, sometimes folks would think, maybe it's designed for that person who's right out of high school, which is true, but really it's anyone who's looking to go to school and is looking because, costs are skyrocketing in higher education. So to find a high quality, affordable option is great. And it's not just for undecided students who are just trying to figure out what they want to do. Because what I'm finding is a lot of students know where they want to go and what they want to do. But let's just be honest. Again, costs are so high that they need a reasonable, affordable, high-quality option. Unfortunately, we're in a position now where we're able to offer that right here. And we have some really interesting classes that I don't think people would expect. We have like high-level math, for example. We're going up to Calculus 3 now, which are fairly new offerings, right? I know, it's wild. We're doing, Physics 1, Physics 2 with calculus enhancement. And then on the, social science, humanities side, we're doing all different kinds of psychology classes, educational psych, developmental psychology, abnormal psych. So the same courses that you're going to find at some of our fantastic transfer partners or our schools in the area, you're able to take right here at Fox Valley Tech. So it's great.
What has your enrollment numbers sort of looked like for this program? How many students have you seen pursuing these degrees?
Yeah, we have hundreds of students who are doing this right now. Kind of depends on how you look at the data, but there's been 400 students about who have declared this as their program. And so, and students will stop out or transfer out, just kind of depends. We're hopeful that they'll stay and finish the degree, but, if there's an opportunity for them that makes the most sense or employment changes or something like that, they're able to, pursue those things. But it's been a great option, and a couple hundred of them, like I said, have been participating so far. We've had a few graduates, but, considering we just started 2 years ago, we're looking forward to really boosting those numbers here in the few semesters ahead.
All right. The question might be, what's next? After the break, we'll talk about where students are heading next, including the addition of another pathway that launches tomorrow. We'll talk more about that after the break. Welcome back to Focus Fox Valley. It's our Focus on Careers with Fox Valley Technical College here today. Dr. Marcus Lewis, Associate Dean of General Studies, is joining us here today. We do have a caller on the line. We'll welcome in Bill with a question for Marcus. Go ahead, Bill. You're on the air.
Hi. Yes, thank you for this program. My granddaughter is a senior at North and thinking about elementary education, and wondered if she could do 2 years at Fox Valley Tech and get credit for all the classes when she transfers to Oshkosh or Whitewater.
Yeah, thanks so much for calling in, and it's great to hear that there's another young person out there who's thinking about going into education. Lord knows we need more teachers, more great teachers. So the short answer is yes. So we do have some pre-major pathways that we're constructing, one of which is for education. But in the meantime, she is able to still take these general education classes. And depending on where she wants to go, I know you threw out a couple different institutions there. As earlier mentioned, we do have a partnership with UW Oshkosh, and so we can get that worked out for her so that we can knock out those general education requirements. So it sounds like it could be a great fit, and I'd just really love to connect with her, connect with the admissions area so that we can make sure we're getting folks where they need to go and the information. And we usually loop in our transfer coordinator at Fox Valley Tech. Her name's Rachel. She's phenomenal. Good. And so we don't want to have any surprises, right, or hiccups. So we like to have that communication up front. And so the earlier we can get started, the better.
And it sounds like that perhaps, you mentioned $10,000 for 60 credits. That's a couple of years. And it sounds like the UW system might be double that cost.
I can't speak for that entirely because I'm not entirely familiar with their pricing. But right now, yeah, with our current tuition, and this is just tuition, not including required fees or books.
Correct.
But yeah, we're just about $10,000. And usually the system, every year there's a slight increase. I think it's usually around 3%. But still, that'll be about $9,500 next year. So yeah, a great opportunity. And I know, for example, we did a head-to-head comparison for Calc 3 because we want to get that out as a possibility for some local high schools who might be wanting to have Calculus 3 for their students. And it literally is 50% of the cost of one of our schools in the area, one of our four-year partners in the area. So, yeah, it's a great opportunity to get some high-quality education at an affordable price.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
Safe
welcome.
travels.
Yeah, you're welcome, Bill. Thanks for the call today. Thanks for listening. All right, Dr. Lewis, great question. I love a caring grandparent or parents out there, and that's who I'm thinking of listening here today.
Absolutely.
But I do want to highlight, once students have graduated from this 2-year program, where are they headed next?
Yeah, I mean, it really varies. Some folks, because obviously one of our goals is to make sure our students can either get that transfer that they're looking for, and we do have existing transfer partners right now. And then also some of our students will go into the workforce, because we do consider this to be an employment enhancing degree as well with the general education classes. And in fact, our Fox Valley Tech's employability essentials are our program outcomes. So they're kind of our guiding light to make sure our students are well prepared to take the next step. But like we were talking about tomorrow, if I can just skip ahead to this part.
I'm excited to break the news a little bit.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be signing a new transfer agreement with Ripon College. And so it's going to be a great opportunity, and Ripon has done some wonderful things recently, made a significant investment in their STEM areas, a brand new science renovation, I think it was like $25 million. So wow. They're starting an engineering program there. And so their president and their provost will be joining us tomorrow on campus for a signing with our president and provost. So it'll be really fantastic and giving some more opportunities for students in the Valley, another option to transfer and get that high quality education. And, they'll be eligible for some wonderful programs and experiences there that maybe some of our other partners, don't have right now, but it's going to be just a really great buffet of options. And we have 2 or 3 more schools in the hopper for this semester too, that I'm hoping by the time commencement happens, we will have 2 or 3 more agreements signed with schools. So.
Ooh. That's a great teaser. We'll have to stay and wait. I know. That's
Stay
exciting.
tuned.
That's exciting.
Yep.
But you had mentioned UW Oshkosh, Ripon College starting tomorrow. Any others that you can shout out?
Yep. UW Green Bay, and as well as Lakeland and Marion.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. So going back to the students, is there an ideal student for this? What qualities maybe do you see as you're seeing students go through this particular program?
Yeah. What I really love about this is I think we're in a really great position to meet students on their level, where they're at. Because whether or not they're, a student who isn't entirely sure what they want to do, there are a lot of great options for them, or whether it's a student who's a high flyer who knows they want to go to, say UW-Madison or UW-Milwaukee, but for cost reasons, it's just not really practical right now. It's for everybody. I mean, we have some amazing facilities, if you're going into the sciences, we have an across the board phenomenal faculty in communications and world languages, social sciences, math, and so on, who are really there for the right reasons to teach and to engage. So I would say it's for any student who's looking to take that next level, whether it's exploratory or whether or not they have a little bit more certainty. But ultimately, the real value is going to be in the skills and the relationships that they'll build on our campus, or whether it's on our campus here or in Riverside, or whether or not they're an online student. It's a really great opportunity to take that next step without carrying the burden of absolutely crippling debt that they'll spend a lifetime paying off.
One final thing, and we had a great example in it with Grandpa Bill calling in his granddaughter, a senior. I know that high school seniors can maybe get a jump start at this a little bit really quickly. The University Transfer Degree Academy.
Yes, we are starting a Transfer Degree Academy next year. Applications are open right now. You can go to fvtc.edu/academies to learn more, but it's 27 credits for about $5,500 to get 27 credits, so just about half of the degree knocked out. They're going to come to our campus, be with us in the morning, take 27 college credits throughout the whole school year, and then they'll have the afternoon where they can go be high schoolers. They can go take those extracurriculars. They can be in sports. They can be in band. They can be in those kinds of things and still participate with their school. So it's a great opportunity. We've been sharing it to a lot of high schools. So really excited for folks to take advantage of the opportunity.
I hope some parents are listening and maybe nudging those
nudge,
juniors.
Nudge, wink, wink. Yes, start planning.
Wonderful. Well, Dr. Lewis, it's been really fun to get to know you and talk about this program. I want to make sure our listeners know where to go if they want to do a little Google search after this.
Sure.
Website to connect them with?
Yep, they can check us out, fvtc.edu/university transfer, all one word. And then to learn more about the academies, fvtc.edu/academies.
Wonderful. Dr. Marcus Lewis, Associate Dean of General Studies, joining us us here today for our Focus on Careers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
Absolutely. Likewise.